Welcome to Your World Within Daily. I'm Eddie Pinero. And in this episode, we're going to talk about what I believe is a superpower. The ability to not take things personal and simply carry on. Good morning. Hope everyone's well. A little bit later today, I had a game time decision. I realized it had been a while since I had some coffee outside, caught the sunrise. So I audibled this morning and a little bit later. But I think what I'm going to do is get a couple days ahead of this so I can schedule it and keep them coming out consistently at around 6:30. And I say this because I get messages when I'm a little bit late. I understand this is a part of people's morning routine. So all about that. I think that's awesome. I encourage that. And I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that continues. So really cool. And today I have a simple message, an incredibly powerful one. It's funny, like the more I feel like I learn, the more I realize that the most impactful things that happen to us, or the most impactful things in our lives are the simplest, right? Not the easiest, but the simplest. And one of those is understanding that we see the world as stars of our own movie. Right? We are the star walking down the street and everything happens around us in context, in the context of our show, right? And we forget that every single other person on planet Earth has the same situation, right? Everyone thinks they are the star of their own show. And the reason this is important is because from that perspective, everything becomes about us, right? Which means we take things personally and we internalize things that really don't have anything to do with us. And that's important because it affects our day. It affects what we do. It affects how we think about ourselves and our ability. It affects how we think about the possibility of the world around us, all because we are taking things personally that have nothing to do with us. Someone criticizes you, says you're not good enough. Does that mean you're not? No, of course not. It says everything about them and nothing about you. Someone gives you the finger driving down the road. Does that say anything about you, or does it say something about the person who's clearly having a bad day, right? These are all things, but like our reaction is to get angry and to think like this has something to do with me. This has something to do with my role in the world. And we take it with us. And long story short, from little things like that, like the conflict I just mentioned, to big things like failure, or things falling down around you, doesn't mean you suck or you're not good. Doesn't mean that there's no hope. It doesn't mean that you're going down the wrong path. It's not about you. Sometimes things are life. They're just the essence of living, the trials and the tribulations of being alive and making your way in the world. And, if you can understand that, if you can see from the perspective of others and understand that everyone sees the world differently, everyone is the star of their own show. And that's fine. That's the way it is. But understand that. When bad things happen, see them for what they are. Things that you're going to get right past because that's what you do. Don't take things personally. Everyone's trying to do the same thing. Everyone's trying to live life to the best of their ability. And so remember that. Make it happen. You can be the star of your own show. Just do it in the right way, right? So I hope that helps. I hope that gave you a little something to think about today on this beautiful, what do we got? It is a Wednesday, this beautiful Wednesday. And if you enjoyed it, please subscribe, rate, review. Helps me get it out to the world. And guys, I appreciate that. I'll catch you tomorrow morning earlier than this. We'll do 6:30. All right, take care.